Yeah, lots of new gear. You're a riot!
Come on, shoot me! Please shoot my black man! Come on, shoot a black man! Shoot a black man! Shoot a black man!
It helps when I unmute my mic, doesn't it? Hang on, my focus is out. There we go. Travelers, Kai, Proudly Radical. So I've got Rosa up. Hey, Sue.
Don't fucking touch me.
I didn't do shit!
Lovely seeing, Holly, what did Rosa say about me is probably what I should ask. But yeah, I've got Rosa's feet up. Hey, Abel. Portland doing Portland. I like it. I appreciate it. Squid. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the stream of this protest even meets the new terms of service. Like, that's the thing. It's fucking ridiculous. Don't worry, I'm down for it either way.
Hey mods, we can go ahead and ban anyone who's making violent comments or hopes or threats of violence. Wishes of violence are blockable behavior.
DJ Elrad, that's New York, right? That was... Interesting. So, you know, we're kind of just paying a little attention to Rosa and Vivo and the Portland, what has been declared a riot. Doesn't look too rioty to me, to be quite frank. Good old a classic escalation on the part of the police, as usual. This is a riot. Oh, you're about to make it one, aren't you?
You will be defunded. Fuck you.
Happy New Year's and stuff. One way to kick it off, I suppose. All right. I'm just gonna leave that going in the background a little bit, like music, almost. It's like whale noise. Somebody yelling at cops through a bullhorn. This is a lot. So I hadn't planned a whole lot of anything. It being New Year's, me being slightly still leftover stoned from earlier in the day, which I don't usually partake these days, but my stomach hurt. So I was like, fuck it, I have weed. Let's just knock that down a bit. Killer ambiance. So, yeah, I spent the last few hours just vegged out, fucking watching some shitty TV show, and generally relaxing. Yeah, first I heard about the Portland stuff was as soon as I fucking hit air, and Holly and BBDH here rushed in and hooked a brother up. Thank you, by the way. Yeah, looks that way, Mnemonic. Looks that way. Let's see. They're local time, so they're not even, yeah, this is the New Year celebration for them. I respect it. Hey, Cat. Glad to see you're still kicking. Oh, I was never the one to scream through the bullhorn. I've never had the throat for fucking screaming. Bad respect to the people who do that. I love seeing who's getting modded in their chat. Yeah, it seems to be bait. This stream seems to be bait for right-wingers and, you know, people who are... I've seen a couple come in, like, you know, only good commie's a dead commie sort of shit. Yeah. Anyway, so if anybody has anything they want to talk about, by all means. I could be easily distracted by this, but... Oh. Color saturation slightly off tonight, too. I don't know what that's about. Oh, there goes another one. I forget what the cost of those canisters are, but they're not cheap, quite frankly. And the police just pop those off like they're fucking candy all the time. should. I
Wow.
don't know. I was thinking about changing category to just chatting for tonight anyway. And now with this happening, I mean, there's no point in being in politics. Fucking Rose is gonna.
I think that one guy's shirt.
Rose is gonna handle that no problem all tonight. They're about 30 each, if I remember right. Yeah, they're not cheap. I mean, they're they're a couple few meals, per pop. Cops, especially in this part of the world, love their tear gas canisters. So.
There's a trigger happy asshole from Ice.
Yeah. Portland and Seattle both have air when this kicks off that looks like it looks like a foggy day there right now. It legitimately looks like a foggy day. And that is not water vapor. Although I suppose technically in suspension. Either way, doesn't matter.
Thank you, mediocrity.
Did I catch the guy back into the sun? No, I didn't in particular. Sorry, Holly. If I missed a highlight. I suppose I could technically clip the stream. Rain helps a little. Yeah, it does. Thank you, X-Subject. Hang on. Where's my, there we go. Didn't have any of my tabs lined up. Sorry. It's that kind of night. Like I said, wasn't really prepared to do much of anything on stream.
That's good, Madeline. Thank you.
Okay, now I see the user history on that.
Anything
Um,
with issues of violence can be banned.
Oh,
You think we're in my child?
7 minutes. Hey, Ace. We're just sort of, yeah, he lost. Get over it.
I'm gonna fix my gas mask. It's a little bit tight.
Oh, fuck. My face hurts.
Yep, that'll happen. Love the comment. Fucking, oh, my face hurts. Yeah.
There's more cops right
Yeah, that happens.
I can hear them. Okay,
Little moisture in the air, a little sweat on your face, and combination of that tear gas. Yeah. Yep, your face starts hurting. Abel got banned on Ninja's stream. Okay. I have to work at 7 a.m. New Year's Day. This is some bogus ass shit. Well, that sounds like a reason to protest for sure. You should do something about that. Definitely organize your workplace, Ace. Jesus Christ. Dragging out all you motherfuckers out to work New Year's Day. What does anybody need on New Year's Day other than fucking maybe a little hair of the dog? I suppose brunch. I told my boss I'm on strike. Nice. Holly, I'm the boss. Well, you see, that's what you get for being management. Traitor.
The Portland Police Bureau now been declared a riot. Do not the force putting riot control agents and tear gas. Moving south to the west.
Honey, you better tell yourself you're on strike. On strike. I'm the boss, but not the boss. So I had someone to strike on. Ace knows how it works. Oh. So any particular group do we know? Any particular group striking, or just an amalgamation of people? We know anything about inciting incident? Oop, they just went dark. There we go. Or just general Portland being Portland, which I always appreciate. God, that screamer, she's got pipes.
You guys are fucking done. You guys are fucking done.
Top cinema, fuck you up.
You guys are
Top
fucking
cinema,
done.
fuck you up.
Those Coney, I've seen, yeah, oh no, Ace, she's got a set of pipes on her, whoever the screamer is. She's got pipes.
Homie,
Police are fucking dead. Now I'm gonna get paid. Now I'm gonna get paid, bitch.
police are done, homeboy. The police are fucking done, homeboy. Yeah, I know you don't want to fucking look at me. I know you don't want to fucking look at me.
Love them. All right. Antipodean Squid, particular protest. My partner's family were around for the holidays. Immigrants from Hong Kong. That's interesting. And they were discussing the Hong Kong protests and the arrest of the activists there and the prison sentences just put forward. Their opinions were interesting, as their rather spicy takes on World War II. As were their rather spicy takes on World War II. I've just learned. Interesting. Ace, there you go. Protest out of Portland that has just been declared a riot. You know, just in time for New Year's Eve. What makes me want to be an anarchist? An understanding of non-hierarchical organal structures, an inherent distrust of authority, an understanding of decentralized network organizational structures as well, morals, ethics, a little bit of philosophy. Yeah. Oh, and being sick and tired of taking a raw dick up the ass from our form of governance. So a little, you know, mix and match, column A, column B.
Fuck you!
Maybe another field force, including the riot control agents and tear gas. Moving to south and to the west.
It's a minute to midnight. No, it's a minute to midnight.
Do I support the reappropriation of the populace's money? Yeah, sure. Better than us spending on bombing some Middle Eastern kid. Of course, we've always got bombs and bullets money. We know that. It won't come out of that section of the budget, will it? Never does. What are they protesting or just Portland thing? It's just a Portland thing, Fister. Just Portland being Portland. Happy New Year. Ringing it in with the... Yeah, got a laundry list of stuff, so pretty much a PDX thing. Yeah, it's just a Portland thing. It's New Year's. There's reason to protest. Let's go protest. Portland's better about that sort of stuff than some places. Seattle, Portland, they're good about it. They got shit to complain about. Let's go complain.
Happy fucking New Year!
Eventually, us Coney. But there's... See, tonight... tonight's really not a theory night. But I'll give you the short run version of it. Basically, where I'd like to go, we can't get directly to from here, right? We have to change trains at multiple train stations to get there from here. So I temporally stretch what I advocate for. What needs doing tomorrow is not the same thing that needs doing 10 years from now or 100 years from now. But yeah, there would be an end state, as in an end destination. But there would be an end state in most anarchistic visions that de-emphasize the state as we understand it and have come to know it, especially within Western society. But yeah. Let's see. Chaos. Protection of property may be lost. We've already lost that. Lack of police. The police do, well, let's see, a significant amount of harm in our current society. Feelings of insecurity. Yeah, that's not rampant. Survival of the fittest. No, that's not happening either. Lack of important public infrastructure. Oh, you mean like access to, I don't know, fair and equitable health care or public transit systems or clean water? Yeah, no, that's not working well either. Education levels may suffer because they're doing amazingly right now. Declaration of the local currency. All right, I'll give you that one. Insufficient investments in countries with anarchic regimes. Anarchy may not be sustainable in the long term. By the way, where'd you copy and paste this from? What is this, a Ben Shapiro list? It's so terribly formed. Anarchy may not be sustainable in the long run because capitalism's doing great too, by the way. It's only going to burn out the ecology of the planet in another 50 years, but, you know, it's doing wonderfully. Let's see, what else? Some people may take the concept of anarchy too far. Hey, Panda, thank you. What are you up to now? 2 months? Some people may take the concept of anarchy too far. You know, like, I don't know, Jeff Bezos has done with capitalism. Like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Warren Buffett has done with capitalism. Maybe take it a little too far. Yeah, that's not an issue. And what do we got? New gurus will take the leadership sooner or later. Fucking yeah. Is someone describing attributes of capitalism or yeah, it's fairly typical.
Open up, dude. Come on. Open up. Open up. Bro. Don't be such a puss. Come on. Open up, Jake. You weren't such a wuss when you were getting people evicted from their fucking place they were staying. Classic Jake.
You will encounter people, us calling occasionally, that will that are what I would describe as like revolutionary or insurrectionist style anarchists that are,
Keep it there.
you know, have a skewed progress for the pursuit of perfection. They're very much utopians in that form and fashion. I tend to try and moderate that wing of anarchistic movement as best I can, and have, you know, open the dialectic with them and try and explain to other people that it isn't a monolithic enterprise. Emma Goldman herself would describe it as a network of ideas, not a single dogmatic philosophy. So there's as many anarchistic visions usually as there are anarchists to a certain extent. But what you need to understand about the core enterprise is that it's about a collapsing down of hierarchical power structures into a heterarchy, which is a horizontal organizational structure, and a philosophical challenging of power and authority mechanisms. And if they fail to meet that challenge, then a dismantling and or replacement thereof. All right, that's what it's about at its core. Now, the state is a power and authority mechanism, right? Like, they wield power, therefore they have to undergo the challenge as well.
Mace.
So there you go.
Yeah, I think I'm owed like 6 months worth of payments of that. Oh, a Twisted Tea?
It's upside down.
You're welcome, Osconi. If you are actually interested, got Rosa and Vivo up Panda that is live streaming some of the protests out of Portland. And to answer your question before you ask it, no, they're just doing Portland. They're just, you know, it's New Year's. There's shit to complain about. Protest. They're just doing Portland.
Oh, it's been so long.
Prepared as you
It's been so long.
I was not ready.
Hey!
Hey, Fritus. What's up?
A little buzz.
Portland,
I'm
Portlanding.
sober as a
Yes.
clam. I don't have that
Exactly.
advantage of having been inebriated.
It's still a little bit spicy over here.
Oh, it tastes so good.
Of course.
Tear gas is objectively so much better than mace. Tear gas smells good. It,
That's
clears
somebody
your
who's been to too many
sinuses.
protests, by the way. When they start talking about that,
Ready to go.
that you know, the difference between tear gas and like the capsaicin products is measurable. But when they start saying like the mace smells good,
It gets everywhere.
now you or the tear gas smells good, now you know somebody's got some experience.
Jake, you're a fucking fuck you, Jake.
For Juice, spending 2021 for 9 hours, nothing has substantially changed. I'll keep you posted. Are you telling me, for Juice, that just because a semi-arbitrary number in a calendar rolled over, that the world's problems haven't fixed themselves yet? Interesting.
We know! He's a fucking shud!
James, of course we do. The left largely supports gun ownership. What you're probably asking about is the neo-libs and the Democrats, which are right-leaning centrists at best.
Yeah, it's Jake. Dustin, that's Jake. It's Jake.
Do I support pineapple on pizza? Only if there's ham there as well, Larsy Bird.
What up?
Yeah, ham and pineapple is a classic combination. Throw it on pizza.
Are you okay? Hey.
I don't eat it, though. But you do you. I'm more of a like a classic margarita or
Guys, Phoenix is fucked up.
Bear piss out of me.
No, yeah, they fucking got me.
um,
I saw you were in front with Ninja and me.
pepperoni mushroom.
They got my arm.
They got you worse than I did. Okay. Where's your car? Where can I get you to get you to some safety?
I have no idea. I'm trying to find Alex right now.
Where's your car? I have no idea.
No,
I admire Portland's stamina and fortitude. Yeah, oh yeah. They're one of those cities. They're one of the cities.
My face is fucking burning.
Rough fucking night.
Yeah, fucking dope though.
Oh boy, sometimes I would love to live in Portland, but also the U.S. sucks ass, and I don't want to visit there.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't fuck with you. I don't give a fuck.
Where are you?
And hey, cool boy, what's up?
Why y'all missed it? I lost my voice too.
Hey, you.
We just got tear gas.
Yo, we
All
just got maced and gassed It was like the old school JC days. Yep. Yeah. Here, careful. Careful. Nice to see you too. Oh, Lord.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, their air is a bit thick right now.
All right, I'm going to go try to catch up with the group.
Oof, that was a big one.
Phoenix said she's good for now. She's got another comrade. She's calling. Oh, here's the group.
Just see on my record 2 times. We have legal weed down. Almost no war in Iraq. Hey. Hey, what's up, Adia?
Happy 4th of New Year. Oh, my face burns. I feel so alive. I feel so alive.
Yeah. If I were to do this these days, I'd have to wear glasses because I wear contacts, and that is the last thing you want to do. Is go to a protest with contacts in your eyes.
Mike, check.
That shit absorbs. It binds into contacts.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream, guys. Much love. I'll start it up. Let's come back out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Oregon. Well, Oregon is leading the way on that one. No, James. They would be highly no. No, corporations aren't people. They would largely be handled in some sort of transitionary state. No, corporations would not be allowed to take over in a left anarchist vision. They would be reappropriated by and large. Hey, Billy. And the same to you. Well, you do realize there's steps between dissolving the state and dealing with corporation and an end state with corporations, right? You deal with the corporations first. Government comes second. See, what you're not understanding is you have to temporally stretch progress, right? Progress isn't an all or nothing singular moment situation. Progress happens over generations of people. Progress happens, plays NoFX. NoFX, Anti-Flag, Pennywise, throw any of that sort of stuff on. Right now, some fucking Anti-Flag would go well for that sort of stuff. So, yes, they either end up being turned into worker-controlled enterprises, publicly owned assets, or various sets of organizational structures for business that can operate in a, you can choose a non-market system, but go with market socialism if you want. It will work just fine in that sort of situation. Devil Boy Pennywise. Yeah. Fuck Authority by Pennywise is, gotta be an anthem. Yeah, I wish I could play it on air. It's, it's a defining song for a generation, probably. Tax the rich. Step 1, tax the rich. Step 2, tax them more. Step 3, eat the rich. Dissolve the corporations and make them worker co-ops. Yeah. thought of the clown. Lovely. Dissolving capitalism. I've used dissolving capitalism before. I'm a fan of Eric Olin Wright's eroding capitalism. But either way, the process is essentially the same, one way, shape, or form. Why would anyone need drugs? Because life is a long, rough travail, right? Like it's a winding, painful journey. Drugs work with little to no side effects if used as directed. So, you know. Kicking capitalism in the nuts one day at a time. People have been getting high since it's animals get high. Animals are known to purposefully and intentionally consume fermented fruits all the time and get fucked up from it. Squirrels can be seen doing this on the regular. Could it not be argued that creating hierarchies is in our human nature? Lots of things could be argued as in our human nature, but flying isn't in our human nature, and we do it every day. Going to the moon isn't in human nature, but we do it every day, right? What we are at a base biological level isn't necessarily what defines us and how we order and operate ourselves. Now, I can make an argument for how anarchism stretches into the time period before the word anarchism even existed, and that all sorts of indigenous cultures have shown to organize themselves along a hierarchical organizational structure. But fundamentally, all I really need to do is say we're a big boy and girl species now, and we can choose how we organize ourselves. Just like we choose to drive cars, just like we choose to fly planes. We're not limited to what is natural for us. We're capable of more. So much more. So is the creation of hierarchies. It's just a decision which one you choose to do. I could talk about your inherent contemporary biases and how lack of experience in other systems leads you to unable to envision this sort of organizational structure. I could point you to find your local anarchistic co-op, or, county, state, wherever the closest one may be, and volunteer and go learn firsthand, because that bridges the gap easier for most people. But fundamentally, I mean, you could just go read about it. Stirner was the cool guy at the Frankfurt School. And tonight's just kind of chill. Anyway, I'm still on the tail end of a nice indica high. Structure is necessary. Nobody's arguing Hey, L. Nobody's arguing for a lack of structure. Anarchy doesn't mean a lack of structure. It doesn't mean a lack of organization. In fact, if you've ever been to an organizing meeting with anarchists, it's very well organized. It means without rulers, James. It's from the Greek anarchos. An meaning without, archos meaning rulers. It's power in the hands of the people rather than the rulers. It doesn't mean no societal structure, no organizational structure. It doesn't mean society has collapsed. It means a hierarchical structure rather than a hierarchical structure, which has been achieved time and again. There's numerous instances of this occurring, up to and including 50% of the agriculture and industry being produced in Spain during the Spanish Civil War, which happened in the 1930s, something like that, was produced by anarchistic communes. So, yeah, anarchistically organized communists. Now let me scroll back. Indica high is best high. Oh, I agree, Panda. I agree. I haven't smoked a sativa in years at this point. If I smoke, which it doesn't help my neuropathy. Oftentimes it makes me notice it more. So I really don't partake much these days. But like I said, my stomach was having some pains and cannabis helps that. So, yeah. I don't remember that, Squid, but I wasn't a huge Sesame Street kid. Really, Adia, that for sure. I can easily notice. But I smoke a lot. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, what am I saying there? Yeah. No, it gave us legal weed, no child labor, 8-hour work maximums, women's right to vote, LGBT rights. 2 of the founding Black Panthers are anarchists. Yeah, they 1880 to 1920s labor movements produced dividends that are still paying out today. I mean, it's been there for arguably ever. And anytime there's oppression, look around. You've probably got some anarchists in your midst at that point. They usually rush in. Oh. Rose is live again. Someday we'll have fully automated luxury gay space communism. I'll be floating up there. As idealistic as I possibly could be, even with some cannabis float around in my system still, that's not happening in our lifetimes, unfortunately. But I hope I can at least put my, footprint in the sand, as it were, on the journey there. I'd be happy with that. Fully automated seems a tad optimistic. Soviets were the first in space. Yes, they were. Don't worry, Elon will get us there. Oh, L. I adore your sense of humor. For choose, that's a solid point you made. The crimes of the few against the many point. slightly automated, comfortable, gay, atmospheric social democracy. I'd shoot for more. I like your compromises there. Slightly automated, comfortable, gay, atmospheric, democratic socialism. Can we shoot for that instead? Like that's a little further down the journey, as it were. Baby steps on there. You know, I'll take any steps at this point. Can we just get healthcare? Can we just get healthcare? Like, exactly, yeah. Demzock is fine by me. Like, that's the thing. I'm an anarchist who is also a pragmatist and a realist, right? Like, I do have to contend with realistic expectations. I'm not delusionary. I'm not a utopian. And so if I can get Demsock, are you shitting me? That's a win for a lifetime. Check out. That would be the most epic series of wins ever fucking put forward. Like, you know, I'll take it. Elon wants to be king of Mars, like in the literal sense. He wants surfs. Yeah, he's named after that. I don't know if he's directly named after it. It's just sort of a coincidence. But there was that series of books about Mars, and the first king of Mars was named Elon. Like the title of the king is called Elon. I forget who wrote that book series, but yeah, it seems that he's sort of picked that up somewhere along the way. That explains a lot. So you want to know who wrote it? Wait, is that? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. It was a little book by the name of Mars Project. By some guy whose name you may have heard before. Wernher von Braun. Yeah. Wernher von Braun wrote a book called Mars Project, in which the leader of the human settlers of Mars was given the title of Elon. Sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Hey, RV. Health insurance is a gold mine of bullshit jobs. You won't have to do marketing, advertising, underwriting, any of that under single payer. Oh, I know. Exactly. Would taxes exist? You can just tag me once, James. I'm always behind in chat. And tonight I'm going to be especially behind. Would taxes exist in my ideal society? I mean, as voluntary contributions to a society that you extract great benefit from? Yeah, I guess. But not in the concept or the form that you have come to understand them. Oh, Cool Boy and Fertus have so you've sort of got this like Randian objectivism like undercurrent to your line of thought from what I can tell. Yeah. I get the two confused, taxes and Texas. Hang on.
Well, some protesters still are of the opinion that, it's okay to film, but just don't be live.
Yeah.
But I think that it's sorry.
So what I was just going to respond to what you said.
Sure.
And I know that
Yes, I'll be in
when
Salem
there
tomorrow,
are
Kim.
streamers, those are, protesting, cops can pick them out by like a logo on their hat.
Sure,
like
yeah.
their shoes or
Yeah.
something. So
You
I can
definitely have to
see
do it responsibly.
why they would want people to live stream.
Yeah, I get
And
it too.
yes, you are
Oh, they're getting chastised for live streaming. Which, by the way, as much as I appreciate the footage, I am one of those people that would be like, could you not film this? Could you, like, or at least judiciously only film select portions of it? Like, it's good praxis to get the idea out there that this is happening. It's good for social media. It's good to drive numbers, but I spent a few years working for Scientologists while not being a Scientologist. It was bizarre and creepy and weird. I learned a lot I wish I didn't know. Squid. I'd love to hear more about that, actually. Let's see. They didn't tell anyone about the USAF astro spies in Cold War. Wouldn't be surprised if astronauts have orbited Mars. Non-essentials, which I don't know what that's in reference to. All my axes live in Texas. Nicely done. I'm on that humanist realist vibe, something like that. Cool boy. Gotta avoid faces and eyes where you can, says Cat. Exactly. Masks, yeah, I mean, I'm sure, ask away. What'd you learn? What like, if there's one thing that you immediately, like, just springs to mind, you're thinking back, and you're like, God damn, that was fucking insane. What's that thing? What's the thing that immediately comes to your mind that you're like, that's just the thing everybody needs to know, because that was the wackiest shit that happened?
Watch any of our streams,
To see how safe we are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 streamers huddled around, and they are having a powwow at this point.
Really? Oh, wait, say that again.
That's funny.
So luckily for you, yeah, but I find that, like, I don't think any of them watch mine. I don't know about you guys, but, like, I don't feel like any of them watch mine.
Masks and sunglasses. Masks and sunglasses help, but you'd be surprised. Some of the identification techniques that are used by law enforcement these days far exceed just facial rec. Yeah. You'd be amazed what some of the signifiers and identifiers that they use to pull people are. It can be as simple as a type of shoe. It can be as simple as a patch on, on a piece of clothing. So as long as your OPSEC goes, then you're fine. If your OPSEC is top notch, then you don't have anything to worry about. But, it's the streamer who also has to have some level of responsibility in that as well. But, plenty of responsibility to go around. Oh yeah, Pussy Riot does good work. And I mean, Pussy Riot works in a part of the world where it's hardcore to operate, for sure. Squid, indoctrination techniques and how quickly people become brainwashed and their personalities change. They incorporated into the work policies. Interesting. Do you have, Squid? Do you still have any of like documentation or copies of like the, some of the pamphlet, like not pamphlets, but like I'm sure there were workbooks or something. Like, do you have anything like material wise? It's like, yeah, this is part of the program. Like, this is how you do it. For Touche.
AI, okay? It's a deep fake right now.
The victims must be viewed by their attackers. Listening. Cool.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to amplify this to as many people as possible at a given time, and that's not going to happen with a video that was taken before and then replayed. I mean, you might get some people, but you're not going to get like the 1,000 people when shit goes off, you know, and things like that. And you're not going to get the people that, you know, like tune in because they want to be part of something that's happening right now. That's a big part. We've had camera phones that could record shit not live for decades.
What's going down in Portland, RV, is Portland. It's just Portlanding. That's it. There's no capitalism, police brutality, militarism, general authoritarianism, and New Year's Eve. Protest. Right? It's Portlanding.
I can see it from their point of view too, but it's just you can't throw the baby out with bathwater. You know what I'm saying? Like what we do is a net positive, and it's just I don't know. It's just frustrating because like I said earlier, like you said, there's multiple angles from all of us, right? But then there's also the fact that most of us stay live the entire time.
Kai wants to become a Scientologist. Yeah, that's what's happening over there right now. They're discussing amongst themselves the internal praxis of a protest right now. Whether, you know, to what degree should it be streamed? And I agree with the guy who was just speaking. That it is a net positive as long as the streamers are aware of what they're streaming. Yeah. Because I think the engagement with the community at large, I think the sharing of the expression that, you know, that like this is possible, that you too can do this, is important, and that what they are doing is a net profit for the community, for the struggle for mankind. But it has to be done with that in the back of your head, that I am OPSEC for the police includes monitoring live streams as well and utilizing anything they could get out of it. So, you know, just they should always be aware of it. Nice.
Like basically get ready for another year of this shit, basically. That's the message.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's kind of what I.
This isn't going away. Like, this isn't going away until it's a new year. It wasn't a 2020 thing. Hey, how are you? Good. Good to see you.
There may be more streamers than protesters there, from what I'm seeing. No, you couldn't take them out of the classroom. There was dedicated teaching room in the office to upskill. Oh God, that's the fucking lingo, right? Upskilling. There was always someone in there keeping watch, whether there were people scheduled to use the room or not. But they would teach tone and have you sit in front of someone to close enough to be knee to knee and recite Alice in Wonderland to each in different tones and not blink, to train you how to use your tone of voice, to manipulate people and unsettle them with eye movement. All policy started with a quote from L. Ron Hubbard. Well then.
He said, "We see everything." Can I make my head spin? Is there an effect on Prism for that?
He read us Nietzsche, and told us to defeat nihilism and find salvation in a godless world.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Thank goodness, Rosa.
Got that on day one. Interesting.
Jake is heading in his emotional support track. We should message Jake to restream me. Be like, hey, you should restream Rosa. It's the least you can do.
He's at the building right now.
Yep. Let's just leave him be.
I don't know. He thinks he's so tough. He really thinks he's
He thinks he's hot shit, but he...
I was there over 2 years. Why were you there? Like, was it just a job for you? I mean, how does one end up working for the Scientologists and not be a Scientologist in the first place? That seems a very odd position to find oneself in. I mean, okay. Where's you drunk, Barley? About to.
Anyways, hi everyone. That got creepy.
Jake, why don't you come hang out? There's some people that want to talk to you.
There's lots of people here who'd love to have a nice civil conversation with you.
You know you were, yeah.
Yo, guys, tell Jake to get on my live stream right now so I can send him a personal message. You need a man, yeah. Me. Come lose to a girl, Jake. Come lose to a girl in fisticuffs.
When I started noticing all this stuff happening around me, my morbid fascination with cults got the better of me. But in the end, I left because they work people to death. All right. It was advertised as a normal job, and I needed a normal job, and it was convenient. Interesting. What did they pay, Squid? Like, how good was the pay? What year and how good was the pay?
Barley's riding by him right now.
Jack is good. Jack's okay.
Thank God.
I want to go
What's up?
fucking tag now.
Tell Jake to get his ass out here. Jakey boy.
I don't know. Apparently they're having drama with somebody else, some other streamer who streams over on DLive, so I can only imagine what they're like. Actually, you know what? Let's go look. Hey, Dirty Grubs. Thank you for the sub. Right now, we're trying to track someone down. Can't find him. Thank you again for the sub, Dirty Grub. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention there. And oh, it's a resub. Well, congratulations and thank you for the second month. Yeah, we're just following Rose's stream, and they're trying to bait out some right-wing streamer off of DLive. It was 2013 to 2015, and pay was like 10,000 above average in the industry. Of course it was. All they asked for was your soul, right, Squid? When I left, I anonymously reported them for many things. They audited and they got audited and find out the R's. Good. I'd love to know that too, Panda. Yeah, most assuredly something. But you know, it's New Year's. No reason not to be, right? Societally accepted day of getting just lit as a motherfucker. I saw 20 plus people give their souls to Scientology in those 2 years just by getting groomed through that company. Wow. Absolutely ridiculous. Where, Squid, where are you? Made myself a freshly squeezed screwdriver tonight. Australia. Okay. One of the Aussie contingent. Sorry for not remembering if I've asked before. Freshly squeezed screwdriver tonight with Stoli. There's nothing wrong with a good screwdriver, right? Like, that's in that pantheon of drinks that it's just, I mean, Bloody Mary, screwdriver, quality drinks. Good way to down some liquor and not notice it. Hey, Curio. Are you off air? Yeah, you are. You're off air. Yeah, and so Scientologists have a different, a whole different gig going on in Australia, right? Like, they don't get it. Are they the beneficiaries of governmental recognition in Australia? Because I know here they basically extorted the IRS into giving them tax-exempt status. Thank you for the follow, Barley. And so are they a recognized religion and tax exempt and all of that sort of stuff in Australia, or are they just going for like private recruiting? Oh, they're good. They're tax exempt there as well. Oh, well, congratulations. You guys got fucked too. All right. They are fucking crazy, aren't they? I in a very real way, I admire the Scientologists. Hey, sleep well, devil. Rest well. Catch you next time. I admire the Scientologists. L. Ron Hubbard, a fucking noted con man and science fiction author, said, I'm going to create a religion. Created a religion. And then fast forward through Miscavige, and you end up with modern Scientology. And I mean, they play hardball. It is impressive. I think if you could co-opt the Church of Scientology, you could actually, like, you could handle shit. Dude, they're a powerful organization on some really, like, some real levels. It's fucked what they can get done. Yeah. It was a financial services company with a branch in property development and sales. And it killed me how many millions that company alone was funneling into that bullshit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've seen before the Scientologists have quite the real estate holdings empire going on at this point. Yeah. It's one of the ways they're sort of storing assets and probably laundering some money, knowing them. Oh, okay. It's just... Oh, all right, cool. What, RV? You're saying you want Twinks? Laundering money, kidnapping, fraud, probably a bunch of other shit. Yeah. There's what is it, Kelly Miscavige? Yeah, there's some fuckery going on there. Quite a bit fuckery, actually. Oh yeah. Jehovah's Witnesses are fucking. We went through them the other day, actually. 8 different times they've predicted the apocalypse, and 8 different times they've been wrong. Yeah. Jehovah's Witnesses are a special bunch, too. And they're currently paying, I forget how much in fines per day to the Australian government. Because they're in violation of a court order to release documents that would indict numerous members of theirs in child abuse cover-ups and scandals. Oh. I used to sit and talk to them. Yeah, and they want to build a pyramid. Yeah, it is part of the Royal Commission. Oh, I didn't mean to close that tab.
That car was going through with no regard for anyone's safety.
All right, keep that open. Yeah, luckily I have a community full of people to remind me, RV, which is beneficial. The Jehovah's Witnesses temporarily blacklisted us after they said to our kids, they sent their kids to our door, and it made me angry. So I started explaining evolution to them. What's the word? It starts with a D. You can just say to the Jehovah's Witnesses, that I'm like, you're one of the ones that has been separated from the church, but there's a specific term they use. You use that term, they're not allowed to talk to you even. Like, they're right the fuck out. Yeah, it is excommunicated technically, or that would be the Catholic term, Ursa, but no, they have their own term. Disfellowship. Disfellowship. D-I-S-F-E-L-L-O-W-S-H-I-P. Disfellowship. You say to a Jehovah's Witness at your door that I have been disfellowed. Then they're right the fuck out. Yeah, they are not allowed to speak to you. Like, it is a big deal. You don't speak to anybody who has been shunned in that way. Thanks for the tip. You're welcome. It will work. Disfellowship. They no longer hold the ring. What if they get all Kill Bill? It's not like that. It's just sort of like you are now a taboo. Wee wee wee. Yeah. Yeah, it's a taboo to even speak to you. So if you want to get rid of a Jehovah's Witness, that's what you say. Is, you know. What little I know. I love that Fortuse and Cool Boy have this like in-depth, nuanced conversation about the nature of humanity going back and forth. Love it, guys. Keep it going. Is there anything actually happening over there? No. I'd love to know whose fucking D-Live chat they are talking about, though. They're all, what's the meaning of human? And the rest of us are like, fucking cults, man. Well, if I were to weave them, Squid, the fact of the matter is that a lot of the uncertainty in the questions that they are each posing and talking about are what cults take advantage of. That's prime recruiting ground. I just retreat into solipsism like a turtle where I can't lose arguments. But it is because of interesting. Fortus, it is what it is. Turner, protect me from the good. Okay. I hate lyric EDM.
Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna have to run to my car to get my cable. Okay. We'll figure it out, guys.
Looks like Rose is gonna have battery issues here shortly. Come on. Everybody should know if you're gonna go mobile and stream some shit like this. By the way, power. Remember power. Oh, the T-word turtle. I was like, wait, which one? Yeah, watch the T-word. Hey, Warp. Yeah. Yeah, the fucking turtle. You see that shit he said today? That the $2,000 relief checks would be socialism for the rich? Turtle fucking said that shit.
Already tables set up with birdhouse like kits. Bird block over here. Bird block. They make bird houses. They're frantically putting together birdhouses.
What? Yeah. Yeah, it was part of his quip as to why he shut it down was, you know, fucking, it would be, socialism for the rich. Why isn't that the pot calling the kettle a white supremacist? Trickle down golden showers. But how though? It was just, I mean, this is, it's just classic Republican messaging, right? He was just hitting buzzwords, right? This is like shit that Frank Lutz teaches people. You just press the pedal. It's socialism for the rich. Even if your broke ass is living in the deep red areas, you know, one of those top 10 broke ass county, like the top 8 of the top 10 poorest counties are in Kentucky and shit like that. I forget the exact number. Even if you're living in one of those broke ass counties and you're living, you know, paycheck to paycheck and you need that money, If it means that, you know, in your head, in your dogma, that somebody that you vilify gets fucked over, that's fine. So socialism, bad. Rich people, bad. This is socialism for the rich, bad. We shouldn't do it. Oh, RV. She's one of the ones who voted. Was she voted against something just today or yesterday? Like it was let me try and find it. Yeah, I don't trust her one fucking bit. Yeah, it was her who voted against increasing the check count, the check amount. DSA AF in the Senate, sorry, in the House, wait, Senate. Sorry, I'm still a little stoned. Got some indica in me. But the vice president has the tie-breaking vote when there is a stalemate vote in the Senate. So she would ultimately be, if it's a 50-50 split, if you have 50 Republicans and 50 Democrats, the vice president is the president of the Senate. And so she would have the tie-breaking vote in that. Oh, and thank you for the bits. Exactly, DSA. I love that you spend money to say that. Like, I would have paid attention to it one way or the other, but you think that that's somehow the methodology to get my attention. It almost went by just because. Tagging me would have gotten my attention better. But the one thing that's always common with libtards, love it, fucking congratulations on being predictable, you bootleaking supplicant. Are getting proved wrong. The one thing that's always common with libtards are getting proved wrong. Brilliant grammar, by the way. And then leaving the argument discussion because they don't want to admit that they're wrong. Also, okay, so apparently I'm a libtard. Brilliant, by the way. This is amazing. The last time I was here, you said that Trump has refused to condemn white supremacy. No, I remember this conversation. Let me guess. This is one of the Trump is a racist, no, he's not conversations. And probably it was talked about after the Charlottesville one. that after Charlottesville, he refused to condemn white supremacy. He specifically said, no, there's good people on both sides, rather than just say, yeah, fucking white supremacists suck. He's had to roll that statement back a few different times. But the fact of the matter is he's a shithead racist. If I remember correctly, you would probably be the one that we had to run through the DOJ decisions against Fred Trump and Donny Boy as well for. He's a racist. Get over it. Trumpism is fascism. It's definitely some form of like crypto fascism. I don't even know if they're hiding it that well. DSA. No, apparently they're racists generally don't think Donald Trump is racist or something. I don't know. It's weird, right? Though I have to say not all Trump supporters are racist, but racists all seem to be Trump supporters. Definitely a Venn diagram going on there. But yeah, Trump is racist. I'm also welcome. Welcome. This is not a representative stream of what to some extent it is, but I'm a little fucked up right now. So, over 50 times. Cite your source. Cite your source. He's condemned white supremacists over 50 times. Cite your source. There's a group he hasn't fucked over. Maybe not bowlers. Hey, thank you, Squid. Barley, Trumpism is fascism. New branding. Haven't meant a rumpy who isn't. I'm gonna throw money at you to make you pay attention to me, even though you pay attention to people because you're community minded. But apparently trolls think throwing money at people to tell them they're wrong is an own, I guess. So have twice as many biddies, and mine are better because they're leftist bits and also cute doggos. Thank you, Squid. There was who? Oh God. I can't believe I can't remember who that was. Jesus Christ. One of the community members spent like $250 one night just to piss off a right winger. Just on fucking gift subs and handing them out and that sort of thing. Like, because it was all leftists are broke and you're all on you're all welfare queen shit. And he went off. Yep, there's the hype train.
Amazing.
Oh, you mean the time that the 38 times in one interview because she fucking held his feet to the fire? Could you do them outside that singular interview? Got any? No, it's because somebody called him out on his racist bullshit on national TV. So he had to sit there and say over and over and over again, no, 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 I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist, I swear. All right, so let me scroll back. Guys, we have a problem. The clock just says 1/1/2020, new game plus. Well, John, one, hey there. And two, any good gamers know then that you don't go into a new game plus bare bones. At least it's not a starting character at this point. We know what's up. Let's speed run this bitch. We throwing the cheers around in this bitch tonight, huh? Apparently so. The hype train, the troll triggered a hype train. So proud. Yes, thank you for the biddies, Squid. Thank you for the biddies, X subject 710. You may or may not still be here. Whatever. Thank you for the biddies, Comrade Adia. And RV has gifted a sub to OnlyFacts. Hey, I didn't know you were in here, OnlyFacts, but congratulations. Yep, and some people picking up a new emote off of that as well. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. You'll either feed my book habit or you'll pay some college tuition in the coming year, maybe. Depends how about that pans out. But yeah, that's what I've decided that the channel money will go to. It's going to education one way, shape, or form. Hey there, OnlyFacts. And thank you for the biddies, Ace. Racists be like, it's not racism. I would never be racist. It's the implication. God, I love an Always Sunny reference. Thought you could hide, facts. Oh. What makes me happy inside. By the way, Glyph, my name is Kai. Oh, and Ace has gifted a sub to Fertus. Fertus, welcome to the community. And Cool Boy has cheered a bunch of bits as well, 500 bits. Thank you, Cool Boy. And there's RV as well. Level 3 hype train on the way. What will I study? Poli-sci. Warp. I want to go back for a poli-sci degree. Chat making it rain tonight. Yes, Cat. It's that time of year. One of us. One of us. I just wanted to hit the next level. Of course you did. A little extra for room and board. I would be going locally. I just use a local community college. We actually have a good community college here in Nevada. But you know, so yeah, I wouldn't need room and board. But tuition still is a bitch, right? Thank you, Cool Boy. The more bits and more bits. Total anarchy. All right, get a beer then. What I'll do is I'll buy some of my young classmates beers. I'm sure they'll all be of age. But you know, yeah, take the youngins out and fucking buy them some liquor. Here you go, kids. Have some fun on Twitch. From my community to yours. That's a good area of study for you to have a degree in, Kai. Oh, thank you for the bits, Clift. This one's for the Brave. Yeah, wait. Yeah, this one's for the Brave. It's a good area of study for you to have a degree in, Kai. Can totally radicalize your students. Yeah, oh no. Trust me, I'm not going in as a fucking, like, you know, nervous 18-year-old or some shit. Right? I'm a grown-ass man. Squid with the fucking 5 gift bomb. Holy shit. Fucking thank you, Squid, and congratulations, Mike Wolf, Glyptonoid, Estrella, Pope Grizzly, and Warp Hyphen Master. And that's fucking weird. We're now pushing into level 4 territory, like with the hype train. I do what I do. Nice, Squid. Everyone gets an anarchy symbol. I'd recommend sociology and history courses in older leftists. Actually, fucking cool boy with gift sub to Noam Chomsky. Hey there, Noam. By the way. I was actually talking to Lynx one night. DSA. RV cheered 200 bits. This is what anarcho-Bidenism looks like. Pride flags and anarchy and malarkey and tanks and things. Adia cheering 300 bits. Level 4, let's go. Yeah, TSA, I was talking over, because Lynx is a poli-sci major as well at university. And it's a running joke, Barley. And we were talking about, you know, because there's, in the degree, there's climate classes, right? There's like meteorological and climatological classes on offer. And given climate change and climate crises and that sort of things, it would be an interesting sub-area to study with relation to a poli-sci degree. Because they were related classes. It was a meteorology class with an intent paid upon a political science sort of thing. So yeah, as much as I'd like to do the we still hyped. Yes, we are still hyped. As much as I'd like to do the history and that sort of stuff, I think there may be only so much room in the degree for certain things. But yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. On that note, anything interdisciplinary is good. Yeah, oh, you know, Total Anarchy. Thank you, cool boy, for the biddies. How to form a government in Waterworld thesis. No worries, Ace. No worries. The History Man was a great film at Politics at College. Nice. Yeah, it definitely is something I've been looking at. I contacted a recruiter, and shot a message, and she and I have been speaking. It's a bit of a cost. I mean, because those of you that know, like, I'm essentially retired, right? I'm essentially on a fixed budget. And, living with a pain disability and, that sort of thing, and having internet brain from a lifetime of being on computers, my attention span is a bit short. So, there are definitely things. Are you an American? Yes, most assuredly. I am an American, for better or for worse, mostly worse. But, yeah, there's, I have thoughts on it, but yeah, it's definitely an expenditure that, I've already said that, like, if I get that next check, like, that's what I'd put it towards, is college. Hey, Luna's here. And Cool Boy with another gift bomb. Hey. Thank you, Cool Boy. Thank you. Suck here. Nice cat. Pain disabilities suck. Thank you for the bits. Yes, they do. And Adia, shut up and take my money. I shall take your money. Thank you very kindly, Adia. Thank you very kindly. Yes, pain disabilities epically suck. Not to do this to you, but there is 50 seconds left to reach level 5 hype train. Truly, I enjoy spending time with my community and the internet leftists and that sort of thing. There it is. Oh, jeez. Squid fucking gifting 5 sub as well. Hable, Hey Sydney, Pork Nickel, and X Subject 10, 710. The fucking, that angry Trumper got gifted a sub. One of us. Tell us about liberal bias in your classes. Hey, thank you for the follow, PA Love. Hype train success. Fucking. Yeah, oh yeah. No, DSA, I will firmly be documenting, like, any of the bullshit that I will have to slog through. In those classes, like, you know, hey, look at this crazy shit they're trying to shove down students, you know, fucking, why is America the best country on earth? You know, shit like that. You know it's gonna be in there somewhere. Just imperialistic, nationalistic bullshit that they cram down these unsuspecting youngins' throats. Being able to articulate actual history of liberalism is going to be baller. Yes, and congratulations to everybody who has received a gift sub, and thank you to current Hype Train conductor and Tippidine Squid, who has the current Hype Train conductor badge. And given that Hype Trains don't happen that often on my channel, fucking, you may hold on to that conductor badge for a while, Squid. Enjoy it while you got it. Oh shit, I can't say I'm a virgin anymore. This is, America is freedom. All other countries follow our lead. I got so much of it. Never trust a history book written by Thomas Kidd. Trust me. Noted. I can't say. Oh yeah, it's officially the first now. Oh shit, we lost those words. Yeah, that Adia, I saw left flank vet got his tweet made the rounds on social media with 15,000 upvotes on Reddit. Yeah. If free housing, free education, and free healthcare are so bad, then why does the military offer them so you fight in their wars? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. It made I don't know if it made front page of all on Reddit, but it was most definitely on fairly high on all when I saw it. Words go poof. Will this improve our society? Hey, well, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the follow, Searching the Way, and thank you for the follow, Hey Sydney. Why does this one make me hungry? Because it's a takeout fucking icon. That emote. That's why, Ace. You know why. Barley, what are you trying to actually say until you're a vet? Oh, and hey there, Sue. I see you. throwing out some emotes in there. We got highlight 2020 emotes. Oh, there they are. Cool. It's a capitalist emote. Oh. Let me check in on Rosa. Just make sure.
Right. Thank you.
Smoking a joint. Happy New Year to you as well. Shh. Fair enough, Ace. It was called racist and banned from an indigenous stream because out of curiosity, I asked about earliest. Oh, God. We've been there. Warp. Been there. It's a touchy subject. True. If it was guaranteed to all people, there'd be no incentive for people to enlist. Oh, the army, the military has openly talked about and admitted multiple times in my lifetime that downturns in the economy are boons for them in recruitment numbers. Anytime the economy is doing well in America, the military recruitment numbers tank. I remember coming off of the Clinton era where there was a budget surplus even. The military was having terrible recruitment numbers. And then the Republicans took over, 9/11, tanked the economy. And there's a comma between those. Not 9/11 tanked the economy, but 9/11, and then they tanked the economy. And then numbers shot through the roof. Oh, well, I mean, it's a crude wording, but I mean, we all are primates. We're all descended from primates. But again, or shall I say, split from. No, I agree. It's like it lacks a whole host of scientific nuance that should be brought into the conversation if you're going to have that conversation.
Okay. Periscope's just gonna stay the same, cause fuck it. I fixed it.
One day you guys are gonna have to talk to me about what your code words are. My mods have like a whole code system.
Nice. Abstinence only education, limited access to abortion, keep workers in poverty, poor desperate families, children grow up to be cannon fodder when they decide they don't want to work at Walmart and get duped by some dude named Steve who said Pokemon Go was cool. 9/11 downturn sucked just like this. Bush $800 checks. Rose is just smoking a joint on stream. Love it. There's 192 people watching Rose just smoke a fucking joint at this point. It's hilarious. Oh. Adia, Twitch is cool about it as long as you... So here's the rule, basically, as I have come to understand it. is that, one, don't make waves and Twitch won't pay any attention to you. Two, do it if you're in a non-legal area, do it off screen, and then you're feel free to exhale. And then three, if you are in a legal area, it's not actively encouraged, but you're perfectly okay to do it. So, yeah. Many never recovered from Bush. Dude, I would argue that, yeah, can't make fun of chuds, but go ahead and smoke a joint. Yeah, I would argue that, no, I would say an entire generation of people never recovered from Bush. And then, you know, I know my era of millennials fucking, I mean, we still have economic and social trauma that we're dealing with from that era. Yeah. Yeah, and then you roll into all of the rest of that shit and you stack it all on top. Becomes real difficult to contend with when the economy essentially resets you every 8 years.
You still haven't slept? Yeah.
Well, it was gonna be a chill night. I was actually just getting geared up to do a home stream, and then
Dude, I was just gonna do a home stream and welcome into the year.
And then I tuned into yours, and I was like, oh shit, it's fucking going down. And oh, by the way, all the streamers alive. Like, awesome.
Many will never recover from Trump. Dude, many won't be alive to see a possibility of recovery. We're hundreds of thousands are going to be dead. I mean, there already are, but I mean, we'll probably hit 500,000, no problem. We're gonna have 500,000 Americans dead as a result of this administration's incompetence and the general incompetence of the American people. You know, both bear some responsibility here. Yeah, many have died and will continue to die. There are total dumb fucks that are traumatized to the point of thinking neoliberalism is worse than fascism. Oh, January 6th is the big day. Okay, so for now, let's say simp. Get your simps out, you know, fucking simps, fucking virgin simp incels. Yeah, just like Cartman. Fuck. Get them out of your system as best you can. Yeah, because how will Bad Bunny make it? Don't know. There's many people that are going to have to make some serious adjustments to their Simp for Kai 2021. I simped so hard for you, so hard tonight, Kai. Am I doing this? I simped for you so hard tonight, Kai. Am I doing this right? You are Squid. Ace, I demand 300 virgin sacrifices. Well, we better find you a video game channel to hit up. Oh no. Gamers TM are going to come after me for saying that. Only Twitch gets to alienate Twitch's audience. Chuds come on leftist streams and yell in all caps and get made fun of. Hang on. Cry, get banned, create new accounts, get banned again, then log into the Donald.win to commiserate with like-minded chuds, cried more and unable to cope. Let's hope for the best. Just looked it up. Twitch came under fire on December 16th for introducing new changes to their hateful conduct policy that bans streamers and viewers from using words like simp, incel, and virgin. The change in policy is set to be enacted January 22nd, which will apply both to chat and conduct on the screen. Thank you, PA Love, by the way. Mad props. So simp away, lads. COVID disability law. Yo, we're gonna need one. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely we're definitely gonna need one. Yeah. Can we just make a simp emote? Oh no, we'll just make a Bart Simpson emote, right? Like something along those lines, right? Oh no, that'd probably violate the no copyrighted material, so you couldn't get away with that. We can all take a blood pact tonight to vote against every single sitting Republican politician in this country. It's going to take a whole lot of blood pacts, but the more you do it, it's bound to work, so they say. I have no idea, Glift, what you're speaking about as per the UN and something about starvation. Feel free to link me, whatever you're talking about. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I got there. No, it sounds about right. Food prices, undernutrition, poor government reaction. No, this sounds about right, Glift. I'd have to verify a couple of things, but it feels fairly accurate. But if companies are shielded from liability from exposing their workers to COVID, doesn't that mean it's just, not a big deal, and therefore there will not be any kind of COVID liability legislation? Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare. Sell your plasma. Yeah, but we want it to be abusive, love. That's the whole point. Oh, dear sweet Jesus. I wonder if it means we can say simp in the same way. Yes, like if you say simp with love, I guess. Yeah, it seems like, Ace, you may be able to, as long as you don't identify someone as a virgin in a negative light and you are merely asking for virgin sacrifices, it seems to be that you can get away with it. Yeah. Marvin was the peak of South Park. It's a goddamn good episode. It really is. Yeah. What if you say the whole word simpleton? Well, I guess that's ableist. Oh, God. Yeah. I don't know if anybody out there knows what I was just doing there. I know there's like that version and there's sort of that version. Incels are not insignificant would be how I would go with that, DSA, but nonetheless, they're a force of misogyny that has the potential for mass murder as well as the potential for neuralization. We need to use the word, they use it themselves. Oh, fraud. All right. For you to be here tonight and not catch a ban, I don't know what it's going to take. Honestly. Cat, the issue is that they're a broader product of alienation under capitalism coupled with the patriarchal structures. Oh, no. No worries, DSA. Congratulations on being new to Twitch. But yeah. I'm sorry, says Ace.
Oh, there's Jakey boy again. Yeah. He stopped. He's just
sitting there. Like, okay,
he just stopped.
I just wanted to show you guys that one of those car lights back there, that's Jake back there.
No. He just came across over here.
All right. Just keeping an eye on Rosa on the other stream. If they ever get that right-wing chud streamer from DLive on camera, I want to pay attention to that. One day Marvin and Cartman will smoke a huge bowl. Should be great. Yo, what are you talking about, DSA? Oh, well, I mean, if you're talking about Twitch terms of service, then yeah, there are rules. Flip a coin.
Tails.
It just survived one flip. We'll see how good this one's luck is. So, like, what's your answer to, like, Greco-Roman stuff? I don't know why I'm engaging. Oh, yeah, that's how I do it around here. If you're not egregious, if you're just obnoxious beyond belief, to the point of the community hates you, I start flipping coins. 3. The Hoxiest survived 3 coin flips over like 2 weeks. Yeah. Because Greco-Roman males weren't exactly straight oftentimes, and they were the definition of masculinity. Yeah. So no homosexuals exist in the historical sense, right? It's a modern phenomenon then, is your argument? Is that it's literally a construct of modernity? Because that's insane. Oh, for those of you who weren't here last night, let me introduce Someone 77. Someone has taken trans acceptance and wrapped it so far around that it's become homophobia. That there is no such thing as a male homosexual. That they are all indoctrinated from a very young age in order to force them to conform to the gay agenda rather than accept the truth that they are transsexual. They're batshit insane. We spent an hour and a half, maybe, trying to peel the layers of this crazy onion last night, and it has washed up on our shore again. Hey, Corey. I knew that extra class at school was a little strange. Oh my god, this is so fucking dumb. I think it's quite common in Roman and Greek literature. Yeah, right? Let's not forget that lesbians are tokens of politics. Yes, that was another take. So men that had sex with men in ancient Greece weren't gay or bisexual at some point. No, they didn't even exist. There it is. Next, he's going to say that any historical mention of homosexuality was actually about pederasty. And then someone, right on cue in the dialogue tree that Adia called, there it is. What did I say? I fucking knew it, dude. So, a little round of applause for Adia for knocking that one right out of the park, understanding the dialogue tree already. So wrong, it's amazing. Thank you. I'll send you your statue in the mail. Little trophy. Oh, no, PA Love. See, so wrong, it's amazing. You might want to read some books, someone. That's the problem, is they have read books. Specifically by this guy by the name of Blanchard, who is widely panned as this pseudoscience nut job. And they've adopted this ideology that is delusionary. It runs counter. It literally runs contrary to shared experience on a global scale. Yeah, sorry, might want to read the correct books. So Sappho's friends were actually her friends? Yeah, he's worked hard to be very hard to be this dumb. Yeah. Let me kill that UN stuff. Ooh.
That would be amazing. Think I might got 15%.
Yeah, you do, you fucking bitch.
What's he being arrested for? I don't have to tell you that. Yeah, you do, you fucking bitch. Oh,
Oh, I accidentally made you a moderator.
yeah, PA, that someone does that. Someone paints the entire gay male community with a singular brush. I commented last night, the size of the brush that someone paints with is epically huge. Yeah. It spans generations. It spans millennia. Yeah, it's a huge brush. This is a multi-generational, multi-millennial conspiracy on the part of society, by the way, that they're attempting to put forth. I blame cats for this take. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone is a bigot and I think has some deep-seated issues. I do. I think that there's some sort of something going on there under the hood, right?
Dude, I'm not a messenger.
What's her name?
Russell.
Oh, they're just having drama between streams now. It's not even about the protest. That's a shame. Yeah, those brush strokes are becoming interstellar in size now. Yeah, because they rolled out the fucking biological essentialism, but this thing, gays aren't real, sure shit. Not your monkey. Please and thank yous don't hurt. Not your monkey. Yeah, I know. Someone, you gonna call in tonight? Or are you just gonna sit in chat and spout off crazy bigoted shit? Because why are you so, I'll do you one better, Rabbit. I'll do you one better. You can follow, but you can't contribute anymore, someone. The community is even redeeming 10,000 channel points just to get rid of you for a moment. Right? You are toxic. You are hateful. You are deluded. And I think you're quite, frankly, I think you're a little bit of a self-hating gay. There's something going on there. There's something going on. So, yeah, maybe talk to somebody. You know, not talk at somebody, but talk to somebody. Go to somebody who has, you know, like cognitive behavioral training, that sort of territory, and maybe have a conversation. Because clearly there's something going on there. There's something about denial or something or other. Fucking work your shit out. Stop being a shit to other people. Oh yeah, for two, sorry I took some of your fun away, but like I said, we spent an hour and a half last night putting up with this person and trying to figure it out. And there was probably 30 people questioning them at one point. Like literally, I mean, we had 50, 60 people around at one point. And I mean, a good portion of chat was just after them. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I watched some of the back vid. That shit was bananas. It was fucking insane, Rabbit. Like I can't begin to wrap my head around how fucked in the head you have to be to circle that all the way around. Yeah, Ace actually has like degree in education and shit in this territory. Someone message whisper Ace Chaotic, KHAOTIC. And you know, Ace can be your therapist if you want, but the cost is going to be a paper on you. As someone pointed out, I think it was Kaiser last night that pointed out that there's a PhD paper in this. Even not considering the context of what they said, the way they said it as such a broad stroke was amazing. Oh, no. Someone is astounding. And also claims to be a straight male, by the way. Take that for what it's worth. Rose is off. It's the confidence behind it that gets me. And it's all based off of like 2 or 3 pseudoscientists that they continually cite. I've talked to incels who aren't nearly as deluded. No, it is, yeah, like... I love it when you call people Tink Tink. They're closeted. It's okay, though. Tink Tink will come out when they're on their deathbed and wish they found their true love and lived a real happy life. I hope he's still hanging around at someone77. If you're gay, bi, trans, man, woman, you're not made wrong, broke, confused. I want you to know they make humans in all sorts of ways, and there's no set right way to be other than you being who you want to be. Rock on, cool boy. And PA Love, I'm a straight male every second day of the week. See you in a bit, PA. Yeah, so I'm not putting up with that again. They are very judgmental, very hateful towards gay males, right? Like they're dismissive of female homosexuality. They make claims that gay males are erased bisexuals. So apparently lesbians exist, but we don't care about them or something. Bisexuals just don't exist in the eyes of gay males. And then gay males don't exist at all. They are manipulated at like in an early age, and they would have otherwise become transsexual women. This is what we spent an hour and a half, like I said, talking to this person last night. It is just that. Now, you know, oh, you won't talk about, you know, Blanchard and autogynephilia, and you won't look into, you know, then they roll out the gender essentialism, and they have no historical, any historical context for male homosexual behavior is immediately washed over as pederasty, as was called so accurately. It's phone cut me off before I added at you. Oh. Yeah. So trust me, they got their fair shake. They're crazy. They're fucking delusional. They're bigoted. And if they're a troll, they are Kaufman level troll, right? Like Andy Kaufman grade troll. Like they are quality. But ultimately, you know, the shtick wears thin. So they are, yeah, also some turfish disassociation projection. That's why we called him a GERF. Yeah, it definitely, it wore thin. Let's just put it that way. So I think it would follow Paul Leary. Democracy, atomism, heliocentrism, trigonometry, and hoplites. Fuck trig. Failed trig twice. Just saying, fuck trig. All right. Oh, yeah. To answer your question for Toos. Yeah, even though Rabbit got to it. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this person took it all the way around and managed to, like, end up at, like, a bigoted position. It's special. Like I said, we tried to peel those onion layers. Oh, I'm not going to have a conversation, but... What's up, Sue?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Just banning that fucking idiot from yesterday.
That's so fucked up.
I stand up straight. I happen to be straight. That makes me straight squared or straight square. What? All right, there we go. Or straight squared. Means I don't care what holes or circles or heart-shaped polygons you have, prefer, born as long as the content of your character is a function of me and society is cool. Then we cool? Yeah. In good jest, my long-winded joke. Yeah, no, that I don't know what's. I mean, like I said, there's a paper in it for somebody who gets a hold of someone. If they are sincere, there's a paper in it for somebody.
Oh yeah, Ace could definitely get a PhD off of that alone.
They're delusional. They're batshit insane. And I hope you're still in here having to listen to us deride your character. I really do. Because maybe maybe one day when you do wake up and realize, like, holy shit, I'm an asshole, you'll flash back on some of these moments that, you know, rooms full of people were telling you you're fucking nuts. It's just amazing. Fucking amazing.
Yeah, Corey. Yeah, I guess in their mind, yeah, that pretty much is it, yeah.
There's no such thing as a gay male. They're all just aborted transgendered women. That's it. It's the weirdest fucking shit to come across. And they're so emphatic about it. I'm sure there's some transsexual women out there too that would be like, you know, hey, did you know that you're just like one conversation away from being a gay dude? Yeah, according to someone, that's basically how it works. Fucking bangs head on desk times 2. All you can do really. No, yeah. I can't imagine the other channels. Like, I mean, my channel is one of the few you could have that conversation on. Like I said, we gave it the honest old college try yesterday. Like, it got airtime. We talked to them, right? Like, they wouldn't get on the air and literally speak. They stuck in chat because, well, let's face it, they're a coward. But
Oh, that was that fucker?
Someone 77? Sorry, someone 7070?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That
them.
was the one that kept saying that no, they can't get on for some stupid ass reason.
Oh, no. They didn't even. No, different person entirely from yesterday. They just didn't respond the entire time. Like, chat was yelling at them to get on Discord. And they're just like, they never even addressed the fact that they were being told to get on Discord. They just glossed over it the whole time. And so, you know, we gave it the old college try. I could not imagine any other channel putting up with that shit.
Oh, hell no. That would have been like the first few sentences. Boom. Bye.
Gay men don't exist. And goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days in a row, the same narrow-minded thoughts is enough. Agree 100%. Yeah. Like, that's just fuck off.
I mean, it literally dragged Rabbit out of lurking.
Cool boy. Bro, seriously, I was just typing this out, typing out this spiel about how most leftist streams would have banned him after the second or third thing. He said last night, this is the one he could actually benefit from.
Yeah.
Hey, Monster Depot. I'm currently murdering friends for fun and profit. What game you playing, Rabbit? Hang on, let me check Discord. Nope, not on there. And yes, Noam Chomsky got a fucking gifted sub earlier in the evening.
Nice. Congrats, Noam.
Screw peanut oil. Duck fat for the win. Not a vegan. Hashtag not a vegan. Yeah, if you're gonna fry something, fry it in duck fat and do it right. Goose fat if you have it, but duck fat is acceptable. Goose fat is more difficult to get your hands on than duck fat usually. Unless you go out and get the goose yourself and cook it.
Which is possible if you live in an area where they normally migrate.
Yeah. Well, the take on how schools were the ones responsible for people being homosexual, I think that's how they worded it, still amazes me. Yes, PA Love, it was the educational system that was responsible for the mind bending that apparently went on a global scale. Mind you, this is happening. This is, like I said, a multi-generational, multi-millennial, global conspiracy, apparently. Yeah. It's kind of batshit insane. Hey, congratulations, and again, thank you, Squid, for the sub, and congratulations to PA Love. One of us.
Nice. One of us. One of us. One of us.
Last night he was on this rip about how the war in Afghanistan spearheaded his Yeah, that was so fucking weird. Something to do with fucking the war in Afghanistan, and was it Saddam or some shit? There was, dude, it was so weird. It got so weird. Yeah, the takes were out of...
Sorry, but I think the gay and trans was always a thing. It was, like, I mean, if we look at it, in North America alone,
it's always been a thing. It's just always been a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's homosexuality throughout the animal kingdom. It's just, it's on this planet, it's a thing. It's just...
Whether it was the introduction, supposedly, to it when the colonizers came over and found two-spirited wandering through indigenous tribes, or whether it was the things that the Roman, what they called themselves,
there's not a culture on this planet in an era that you can't pull out examples from. It's
exactly right.
You know, yeah, it was something to do with Gaddafi. Like, I remember the spiel. Like, it was something to do with Gaddafi too. It was so fucking weird. But yeah, Shakespeare. Read lots of references in Shakespeare. Let's see. Yeah, the gays at my school were teased and bullied. Even the gay teacher not promoted. Yeah, it just, you know, the only conclusion that I can come to is there's some sort of like shit, right? Like there's something in that person's being that they are highly uncomfortable with, or something in that, you know, there's some sort of experience they had that they're using this to contextualize. Yeah, they need therapy. Long and short of it is they need therapy. They need to talk to somebody about this shit. They got baggage. They need help. Fucking ridiculous.
See what happens when a government shuts down the mental institutions?
Fucking mental health care, folks. It's a part of healthcare. And it's a great way not to get your a great way to get your society not shot up on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
I assure you, it's not the guns themselves. It's crazy fuckers plus guns. Yeah, the experience part, I think you hit the nail on the head. Well, it's the only way I can make any reason of it. Yeah, exactly. Love. I like I said, no idea. Or blown up. Nashville. Mental health care for all. You know, health care for all. And by the way, health care includes dental, vision, and mental health care. Just for clarification's purpose. Reminds me of the time one of the mods of the Silent Hill fan wiki got stuck on a bizarre circumcision obsession tirade. I want to know more, Mnemonic. I want to know more. What was the, like, what were they attempting to express? Because I got a problem with circumcision. As somebody who was circumcised unnecessarily by a society who's doing it for reasons that they can't even consistently point out. You know, male genital mutilation is as bad as female genital mutilation. Stop cutting off pieces, right? There are no extra pieces by and large, right? It doesn't really work that way. Stop chopping shit off. But, you know, I don't make a point of hammering a fucking Silent Hill fan wiki about it. At least I have a political channel where I could talk about something like that on a regular. That makes sense in this space. A Silent Hill fan wiki is not the place for your circumcision tirade. It's like, oh, and part of the lore of the hill is that Susan was murdered in the. Oh, and by the way, I've seen a therapist for the last 10 years. No shame in it. It's good to talk to someone that's not in your circle of people who you know. They do tend to be very biased. Yes. I stand by my theory. He's not as much troubled in his sexuality as he's desperate for attention, and struck gold finding the most insane theory supported by so-called academics. Yeah. Definitely that so-called. It seems very reminiscent of my conversations with a flat earther coworker who I think just reveled in the outrage their insane position elicits. Well, they don't get it anymore then. What's kind of odd is that humanity has progressed leaps and bounds in technology and industry, but we remain like cavemen when it comes to when we let people be who they are and love who they are. Just scrolled up on me. And who they want to love. Basically, the natural release of endorphins. Just weird. Then again, at least I see in this way that the issues of the heart are used by a controlling class over their subjects as distraction, deflection from the material conditions of people, but that's not to detract. Yeah, Ace, whoa, Paragraph City. People have been sold on so-called societal norms, aren't they great? Side note by Only Facts, and I don't mean this in a bad way, just a factual way, but the Hebrew way of doing circumcision is rather, well, interesting. They bite it off. That's what Only Facts, it's done orally. It's fucking weird. It has caused the spread of herpes, to infants and caused viral shock and death, and not historically but contemporarily, as in the last 5 years in New York. Yeah, it's still a thing, and it's weird, really weird. Just pointing that out. Yeah, that's not what comes to mind when somebody evokes oral tradition. Circumcision is a widely religious tradition. It needs to be done away with. Science shows us it's not necessary, and it's actually traumatizing. It does way more harm than good. Yes. Oh, hey, Victorious. If you become a comic character, you'll get great 3-word sentences, so you never have to expand your words. DSA. Force the Vote, hashtag Force the Vote, is a movement for progressives in the House to withhold the vote for Pelosi speakership in exchange for a House voted on Medicare for all. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Fuck Pelosi, by the way. All religions are for psychopaths. Lay these words to heart, Lucilius, that you may scorn the pleasure which comes from the applause of the majority on crowds. In New York, there was an infant outbreak of herpes. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I remember that one. But freedom of religion. I was going to make a deep fryer joke. Jesus Christ. From TV tropes. All right. He became obsessed with the subject of circumcision, rewriting several major pages to shoehorn in his theories about how the games are about exposing the evils of circumcision. When he was called out on his behavior, he doubled down on it and accused the rest of the wiki of being brainwashed. How fucking weird. Freedom of religion means freedom of psychosis expansion. We're giving Kaya a run for his money on his reading skills. Yeah, especially, still a little high. And throat not great. My partner just walked into the room, crossed his legs, said nope, then walked out. Read this now. Scroll. Read this now. How Hitler rose from religious psychosis, and religion is just opium for the masses. So is sports ball. I maintain sports ball is the modern day. Yeah. Religion does too, but I think sports ball is a huge opiate of the masses in the modern context.
Yeah, at one point in time, wasn't it like the gladiator ring?
Yeah. Yep. It was the Colosseum. I mean, there was other gladiatorial combat as well outside the Colosseum, of course, but that was like the Super Bowl of their era.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Imagine how far humanity would be if it was a united world. Please. We'd have Mars bases and moon bases, and they'd be collectively owned, and be fucking... God, shit we could have accomplished. Yep, Divicet Impair. Divide and conquer. Whether it's, Panem Circenses or Divicet Impeter. Yep. There's already a Latin phrase, I assure you, for what's going on, because this shit is old. Amenities. Without amenities, your civilization plunges into happiness, and they won't put up with your wars and corruption anymore. Yep. If we shut down McDonald's and Sports Ball tomorrow, by Monday, this entire world would be on fire. It's basically that simple. Like, it would take a weekend.
Then again, if you close down every single fast food restaurant, not just McDonald's, but every fast food restaurant, close down every sports field and sports game. Yep. We take a weekend.
God, how depressingly
Maybe
true
even
is
shorter.
that? No, it's true.
Hmm?
Just Squid saying, God, how depressingly true is that? No, it's super, super true. It's fucking ridiculous how accurate it is that, you know, if we just got rid of fast food and sports ball, it wouldn't last long.
Nope.
Hey, Ghost, Section 230 is good for free speech. It is. Section 30 should not be repealed. You cannot, given the fact that the internet and a good portion of the telecommunication structure and a good portion of the internet, by extension, is privately held and privately, or at least, you know, they are privately controlled. This is private public, but often they are publicly traded companies. Is privately held assets, and we all know corporations are generally risk averse. Section 230 protects them from liability of content on their systems, and if you remove that protection of liability, the risk averse nature of corporations will flare its ugly head, and they will shut that shit down rather than take the hit. Yes, Glyph. Bread and circuses. It's Panamet circenses. If you want to get a classics majors, Willie Hard. Speak Latin to him. Let's see. Oh, jeez.
Dang, all these like literally novels being slapped into. Come on, folks, take it easy on this young man, okay? Like, you know,
it is what
you're gonna hurt his eyes. His shoulder's already sore. Like, come on.
Oh, cool. Close that. Close that. And reopen that. Oh, let me check something. All right, cool. What's Frizz up to? Frizzo's playing Mirror's Edge. Interesting. Oh, I don't drink caffeine. Only facts. So my caffeine levels are always nothing. I don't consume caffeine. Yeah.
Nah, TTS doesn't always work. Like, literally, some of what you say will be like a completely different fucking thing. Or make no sense at all, and you'd be like, what?
Insert full text of Descapital here. Do you ever rage? You always seem to chill. Adia, here's the story. I don't know how familiar any or all of you may be with the reputation of New England males, right? Males from New England and females to a certain extent carry a reputation because there's this sort of societal normality of anger in New England in the United States, right? You see it personified or characterized in film and TV all the time with New Jersey and New York. You know, constantly yelling, constantly angry, constantly swearing at people, right? But that extends throughout the entire region, all the way up into places like Vermont and New Hampshire and even Maine. My father was a very angry man as well. And my stepfather has anger issues. You know, flies off the handle very easily. Like, drop your keys and you're screaming bloody murder, right? That sort of thing. So I sort of grew up, hey, boss, thank you. So, yeah, Bernie, exactly, right? So I grew up with a fair amount of anger. And over my life, I wasn't really happy with it. Yeah, speaking of New England, Boss Hog. I grew dissatisfied with that aspect of myself. And I had, you know, been working on myself for a number of years anyway, and other aspects. Hey, thank you for the follow, Ziggy. And there was this sort of formative, all right, Squid, see you in a bit. There was this sort of formative moment where Bill Burr who is a quintessential angry dude. Like, he's a quintessential angry New Englander. He was talking about how, hang on, he was losing his shit one day at a dishwasher. And his buddy was there with him. And he just went, dude, you know you're screaming at an inanimate object, right? And it just sort of had this moment of clarity that it provided for me. That so much of my anger isn't even justified, right? It was just me being angry as a reaction, as a habitual reaction. All right? And Burr goes on to explain how, you know, he started thinking to himself, right? Like, I don't want to end up being that old angry dude, right? Like, we all know that guy. My stepfather's that guy. That old angry dude. And you have a choice to make. Don't be the old angry dude, or be the old angry dude. It's pretty much that simple. Most things in life really are that simple. It comes down to a choice. So I chose the other direction. Now, it took a lot of time. It took a lot of coping mechanisms. Cannabis helped a lot along the way with a number of things in my life. But eventually I got to the point where, no, my Xanax usage was always recreational, facts. It got to a point where there's only a few things that trigger me anymore. And they come from what I see as a just place, right? It's not anger born out of reactionary nonsense. It's anger born of a cause, of a reason, right? Rather than just, you know, the door closes behind me when I wasn't ready for it to close, and now I'm yelling about the door at the door and shit. So yeah, the reason I'm usually pretty chill is because I used to have anger problems. It was a thing, and I made it not a thing. That's just how it works. Mindful rage, yes. You know, long time, and, you know, regulars know a few of my triggers. I have a couple still that will get a rise out of me every time. But they, you know,
I think I've seen one of them.
Puritopians. They drive me nuts. But I mean, I see them as doing active harm, right? That's where your anger is justified. Like, stop fucking stuff up. But yeah, I was gonna say you're chill because you have no caffeine in your blood. A Puritopian. It's sort of the ultra utopians. It's our sort of channel nickname for people who apply purity tests to things, especially anarchism. They bother me on a very base level because you can't, for a number of reasons, they're problematic. But especially for recruitment purposes, like trying to indoctrinate someone into, you know, anarchistic modes of thought, and, you know, teaching them how to utilize it as a lens of analysis is impossible with those people around, because no one ever is pure enough for them. Like, it's people who try and do these purity tests all the time that, you know, unless you're full black bloc throwing a brick through a Starbucks window, you know, you're not an anarchist, you know, that sort of thing. Like, you can't be an anti-capitalist if you own anything. Clearly you need to, you know, this sort of thing, right? Puritopians. They're a problem for many, many reasons.
Yeah, that was that night that guy came in here and was like literally trying to like be a little tanky when it came to it and give you this anarchist puritist test, and where it was like, yeah, being such a idiot over it, it wasn't even funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's the greatest sin of all, being boring. I don't see you swearing on here in a huge rage. No, I don't. I don't turn into sweary rage, at least in this space usually. Although I will tell people to just fuck off. Like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck off. Like that, you know, I will go there. But generally speaking, no, my rage means I start speaking a mile a second. And you could tell that I start, you know, I start explaining things and talking about things in such detail and depth and fucking, you know, going into, like, I shouldn't have to justify these things, but now I do because of your dumb ass, basically. And, you know, inevitably I see them as a fracture, like a fracturing element within community spaces. Especially on the left, that, you know, if X does not equal Y, then you're out. You know, it's that simple. And these people are hugely problematic to the left. And I understand the you know, nuanced arguments of, you know, especially in activist spaces, that, you know, you can't have somebody who, you know, is a fucking fascist, that there has to be some sort of, you know, loyalty test of some sort along the way, that, you know, trust, you know, the relationship of trust has to be gained, but within the dialectic, within the conversational space of the political sphere, implementing purity tests and being insistent about it, being a real douchebag about it, causes way more harm than any amount of good you can justify it with. And so, yeah, it's a bit of a sore spot for me when it happens. You can't be a real commie. Thanks for explaining. Never heard that term before. You're welcome. I do believe it's born of the channel. You can't be a real commie until you've read at least everything Lenin wrote. Yes, right. What? Anarchy Chads? Yeah, a divider more than anything. I have a weird relationship with Twitch. In the morning, I'll have the more angry political talking heads that get a rise out of me. Then by evening time, it's either the soothing calm of some yoga chick or Kai with the calming smart combos. So Kai and yoga chicks equals calm for me. My wife doesn't get it. Sorry for the paragraphs. I can't help it. Jimmy Dore. Fucking Jimmy Dore. I remember Jimmy Dore when he was a stand-up comedian. He used to be really funny. I mean, not stand-up level funny, but he was funny.
Yeah, comrade, that's pretty much about right.
Yeah, alienating. Good luck recruiting with that. Of course, they don't want recruits. They're pretty much anarchist hipsters. Yeah. Not always, but plenty of times. One of the things that you will find as a common thread amongst that type of person is a private education and a trust fund. Yeah.
All the while claiming that they're an anarchist and you better live up to some standard of theirs. That has nothing to do with it.
Hey,
and they don't even live it.
Champagne anarchists. Yep. I remember Dennis Miller when he was a comedian. He wasn't even funny back then. I always quote George Carlin when talking about, he was asked about Dennis Miller. And George Carlin said, he just, what do you think about Dennis Miller being, a commentator and that sort of, he just said, when a comedian starts taking themselves serious, they're not funny. That was all George Carlin had to say about fucking Dennis Miller. Like, he ain't funny. I bet you haven't even read Kropotkin. Carlin was even based in the 60s. Carlin was badass, and I cried for like 3 days when he died. One of the few parasocial relationships that mattered to me. Dude was important. You can't be a real tanky until you break into your National Armory, steal a tank, and run over dissidents. That's true. I didn't know of him until after he died, and it saddened me. I never knew of him until as of late. Weird. Listen to Carlin read Brain Droppings. He did the audiobooks for a few of his books. And if you wanna hear Carlin as like Carlin reading his books rather than performing stand-up is really interesting to listen to. Because if you're not aware, his stand-up is basically it's essentially comparable to something like a NASA shuttle launch. It is scripted and precise. The things that you look at when Carlin's in routine, that you're like, oh, I'm sure that is just sort of, part of, it's part of the performance. It's a bit of improv. It's not. Gestures are scripted. Inflections are scripted and highly rehearsed and practiced, right? He was the opposite of an improv. He wrote. He had filing cabinets of writings, and he would rehearse all the way up to the moment before he walked out on stage. He was very prescriptive in how he performed on stage. It was a routine. It was an act. It was a performance of the highest caliber. And it was all that backed up by this classical philosopher's sort of mentality put through the filter of a genius comedian. And so, yeah, it is, the more you learn about who George Carlin was, puts this just context on his performances. You're like, holy shit, this guy really was a genius. Yes, he was also the conductor. He was Mr. Conductor. He had something very specific to say, and he was going to say it how he meant to say, how it was meant to be said. God damn it. Puts the whole thing of Dennis Miller stealing Bill Hicks' act in persona, plus the whole thing of Dennis Miller stealing Bill Hicks' act in persona. Fucking Hicks. As Brett Butler, who knew him probably the best of anybody in this world, said numerous times, she said, Bill always just wanted to be Jesus at his angriest. It's an honorable position to try and hold. Imagine being funny without having to resort to attack helicopter and other punch down and sideways moves. It's a story about getting radio as a kid and how he tried to imitate the voices, etc. And his mom inspiring him, forcing him to read the paper and stuff like that. Truly the Carlos Mencia of his time. What's Carlos's real name? I forget his real name. Because Carlos is not Carlos. Forget that dude's real name. He was based about pot too early on. Yeah, no, Carlin was here's some for the old timers. See, the youngins, if you don't, Stephen Jones. Maybe. It really? Is it Stephen Jones? Jesus Christ. Carlin was in the audience when Lenny Bruce was arrested for using profanity on stage, right? This sort of formative moment, this historic moment in the sort of the saga of freedom of speech and comedy and performing arts in America. Lenny Bruce is arrested for this blue, what was at the time called working blue, this blue routine, and is hauled off stage in handcuffs. And there in the audience is George fucking Carlin. Of course. Ned, it's fucking Ned. Yes. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, I bet Carlin was at the NWA Fuck the Police concerts. He was the most excellent professor in the hopefully not too distant future of Bill and Ted movies. Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah, I miss that dude. The shit Carlin would, especially as a New Yorker, the shit Carlin would have had to say about a Trump presidency. Oh my God, jeez. The meltdowns that man would have had. Oh. It's a shame we didn't get to hear him, but good on him for checking out before he had to put up with that shit. Yes, the drifter from Jay and Silent Bob. The rules of the road. He looked healthy and it seemed his age, the death was too young. No, it was right on time. It was amazing he made it that far. Given his bouts with cocaine, alcohol, and opiates, he made it to a solid age. Yeah. He was basically... Okay, so only facts. If you want to see George high as a fucking kite, go back and watch the first episode of SNL. The very first episode aired of SNL, George Carlin hosted. And by his own admission, he was high as a fucking kite on cocaine. He was spun way the fuck up. Right? He's high as a kite. Like, he was doing fat rails backstage. They all were. The whole cast was... It was, you know, it was the era. Oh, yep, there's the unborn. I can't do it with his inflection, but... Hold on. Let me, Boy, these conservatives, they're all in favor of the unborn. They'll do anything for the unborn, but once you're born, you're on your own. Pro-life conservatives are obsessed with the fetuses from conception to 9 months. After that, they don't want to know about you. They don't want to hear from you. No nothing. No neonatal care, no daycare, no Head Start, no school lunch, no food stamps, no welfare, no nothing. If you're preborn, you're fine. If you're preschool, you're fucked. More people do cocaine than you think. Something you should learn by the age of 30.
And on that note, I'm gonna go back and take my nap again. But I'll I'll AFK here with you.
All right. Well, I'm thinking I might call it sometime around soon. So.
Yeah, you've been already streaming 3 hours.
Yeah.
And you've already had a hype train.
Yeah, and I need to go make some food eventually and that sort of thing. So either way, sleep well, Sue.
Yeah, you too, bro. You have yourself a good rest of the morning.
Yep. Dream.
And once again.
Dream whatever you dream. Do you listen to Ben Shapiro? No, I don't fucking listen to Ben Shapiro. Yeah. I'll pull out. Yes, he gives anarchist inspiration. Does anybody willingly listen to Ben Shapiro? That's the thing. Have I listened to Ben Shapiro? Yes, unfortunately so. Of course. But Oh, God. Adia. Yeah, cancel. Before we discovered meds for ADHD, the only way some of us could deal with capitalism's bullshit was cocaine. Fair enough. Yeah, he's in my Snapchat every day. Is he DMing you for feet pics? You've mentioned Burr and Carlin. Hey, Mitre with the 4-month resub. Had a bunch of them tonight. It's been good. Definitely a stream for that sort of thing. And thank you again, Mitre. If you want to try and take the hype train conductor badge away, you have to do a lot of work. There was a level 5. You mentioned Burr and Carlin. Any preference on any other on other comedians alive or dead? Corey, Doug Stanhope is the greatest living comedian. He's the comedian's comedian, right? Like, he's the one who will tell the joke nobody else will tell. He had a lull there the last, like, I don't know, I'd say 4 or 6 years. He sort of burned out for a while. But I listened to his newest album, and the closing bit was what I used to expect from him. It was a beautiful twist of political incorrectness and rawness and philosophical thought. Doug Stanhope is the greatest living comedian. Patrice O'Neal, quickest motherfucker of his generation. Just ballsy and quick. Love that dude. Ali Sadiq, yep, I know that. I know that name. I know the jail bit as well. I know the going back to jail for the small piece of joint. You know, would it take this kid? Yeah, I know Ali as well. Ralphie May, I missed that motherfucker too. That fat bastard. He was funny as all hell. Which bit? Are you talking about the cancer one? Because that's not the closing bit, Mitre. The closing bit's a whole other thing. Yeah, you're talking about the longtime fan who died of cancer. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll get you the file. So you can hear it for yourself, because you should hear him tell it. I like Jim Gaffigan for vanilla comedy. Here's my thing. Like my music. All right, so if I'm listening to music with lyrics, right? I like it to have a point. I like political. I like commentary. I like deep philosophical thought. I like storytelling. I like it to have a point. I am a stand-up snob, right? I've done the rounds, right? I'm well versed in stand-up to the point where I can hear many routines in my head because I've listened to them numerous times. My comedians, my favored comedians, need to be taking a piss out of society or crossing boundaries that otherwise you're not supposed to cross. Yeah. Welcome to 2021. If you didn't shout Jumanji, the game is yet to end. Dave Attell, Shout out to old Dave. Fucking just the old road dog that he is. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chappelle's one of the greats. Chappelle's. Okay, so the blue shirt special that he did, I forget the special's name. Probably his high watermark. As a skit, like he and Neil Brennan together as writers are amazing, right? Like Chappelle is great in his own stand-up. He's great, but where Chappelle gets raised to that next level is like Chappelle Show. And that is Chappelle plus Neil Brennan. And if you want, you can go listen to Neil Brennan, his writing partner, do stand-up as well. And you can definitely see how the Chappelle Show is the combination and the culmination of the two of them. Yeah. Chris Rock is hit and miss for me. Funny dude, don't get me wrong. Funny as fuck. But not, he's very hit and miss with me for certain things. What did you send me? Let me try. All right, I'll look at that. Opinions on Hannah Gadsby? Not terribly familiar. I know Hannah is an Australian comedian and actress, but not super familiar with her work, so can't really hold much of an opinion. If you've hey Timmy, salam. Or yeah. Agree, just watch his special of him receiving the Mark Twain Prize. Funny as fuck. Oh, Joe List, Nick Mullen. Oh, his bullets joke. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. That little motherfucking pimp needs to get his ass out and do another special. Cat Williams has one of the greatest openings that... Yeah, alaikum salam. Thank you. Still a little stoned. It's not even appropriate for me to do the routine, but it is amazing. Yeah, he got beat up by a 13-year-old, and, yeah, it's a whole fucking thing. Cat Williams is a whole fucking thing. Dude, he needs to get out and do more work. The problem is... Here's the problem with Cat Williams. You can go back and listen to like 4 of his albums. 4 separate albums. Should add up to 400% material, right? It adds up to maybe 115% material, right? Like it's so much reused material across his specials that you got to write. That was Carlin's advice to all of the comedians coming up. You gotta write. You gotta write. Hey, CMK. Oh. Mark Normand. I don't know what it is about Mark that... yeah. Dude. Kathleen, I adore, but holy shit does she reuse material. She's funny. She's naturally funny. That's the thing. Kathleen just needs to go out there and tell new stories, right? She's just naturally a gifted storyteller. She's funny. Just default funny. And so she just needs to go talk more. I legitimately adore that woman just as like a naturally gifted comedian. It is astounding to see at work, but holy shit does she reuse material. She's like everyone's favorite alcoholic aunt. She is. Corey, Kevin Hart is a hack. He might as well be out there doing like Jerry Seinfeld bits as far as I'm concerned. What's the deal with airline food? Michelle Wolf is the one you're talking about, only facts. The money got to him. Well, yeah, that's Michelle Wolf. She's okay. Oh, you mean the joke thief? Fuck Amy Schumer. And what is the crime of the simp, you may ask? It's just this, a simple image and a simple idea of a complex human being. Wow. She's terrible. She's not funny. She's not funny. I'm sorry. Hey, Momo. Like, she's not naturally funny. She's not a funny writer. She's just not funny. Like, that's like, it's like me getting up and doing a set. Like, I'm not a funny dude. I'm a serious dude. I'm not comedic in my sensibilities. Neither is Amy Schumer. Janine Garofalo, I adore. She's hardcore. She and Stanhope have some really interesting stories that they can tell between the two of them. Hey, Gwyneth, Happy New Year to you as well. Amy Schumer's lower tier than Dane Cook. Dane Cook had a special filmed sometime right after his mom died of cancer. And it's in a small comedy club, low roof, small table count. It's funny. It's legitimately funny because he's not putting on an act. He's having an honest moment with the audience as a comedian who's suffering. And it is, in my opinion, it's the only good work Dane Cook has ever done. When he's not being Dane Cook, and he's just being a comedian who's trying to express themselves, and do what they know how to do to get through a rough time. It was good. It was legitimately good. But then he went back to his old hacky material. Yeah, I saw that. He can totally be funny, but he just tries too fucking hard. Yeah. Oh. Louis is funny. I'm sorry. If you think Louis C.K. isn't funny, if you don't think he's an amazing writer, then you've got it twisted up, right? Like, he's funny. Like, you have to be able to, at one point or another, have a conversation about the art. You could talk about the dickhead, and then you can talk about the art that the dickhead produces. They can have a separate conversation. And he's funny. He was a comedy genius in my eyes before the bad times came. Then he's still a comedy genius in your eyes, right? He can be a crap person. I don't think he is, by the way. I've heard a lot of those stories, and I gotta tell you, there's some nuance there. He's not Harvey Weinstein, right? There's a spectrum. There's a spectrum. Yeah, he's you know, there's sketchy behavior there. We're not saying it was okay what he did, but there's a spectrum, right? He didn't hold someone down and forcibly penetrate them in order to, you know, get a job in Hollywood. Like, there is a spectrum. he's funny. There's no getting around that. Yeah, he's just a creep. That's all. Louis may have produced his fair share of shitty, pretentious shows, but his comedy is amazing. Jeff Dunham doesn't count as comedy. I'm sorry. Louis' show on FX, specifically Mitre, produced one of the most memorable moments in modern TV in my brain because I think it is so fucking hilarious. It just breaks my brain because it's apropos of nothing. And there is no explanation ever given. It's when he is in the apartment. I forget whether it was Janine or it was the other woman. He was... Kai is a comedy snob. No, I admit that. I'm a comedy snob. He's in the apartment and he's just waiting for her to get ready. And he's like hanging out in the kitchen and he looks out the window and it's a street view. And there's a homeless person on the sidewalk. And all of a sudden this like blacked out car comes screeching up. Two dudes in classic like Fed outfits, the dark glasses, the black suit, jump out and they open the door and they pull another homeless dude out of the back of the car, usher him over to the sidewalk, grab the other one and throw him in the car. Slam the doors, get in, leave. No explanation given. Never tagged back to, nothing more. Just this sort of New Yorker's perspective of the crazy ass shit that happens in New York and in big cities that you don't necessarily get an explanation for. What the fuck was that about? Why are there government agents swapping out homeless people on the street? What is going on? No answer. Never even talked about. It's just a scene with him. He looks out, the scene plays out, and he's just like, huh. And he goes back to life. That is truly like the disregard with which he treated that scene. Just, it's just a throwaway is what makes it brilliant. Louis' show was like if Seinfeld was actually funny. Oh yeah, no, it's oh shit, yeah. Yeah, that is funny, but fair warning from Mitre's clip. Dude, Seinfeld's real hit and miss for me, Mitre. It's real hit and miss. Love the radio show Louis and Patrice did. Oh, no, Cool Boy. That's the link. That's the link. Yeah, that Mitre posted. It's that. It's the 55 seconds of the explanation. Let's see. All right. Yeah, definitely not a politically correct clip, but hilarious. Oh. All right. I think we may raid like Frezzo or something. Let me check. Make sure Frezzo's up and actually doing something. Oh God. Shut up. How you liking the new setup? The color contrast is a little off today. I have to fiddle with something. It's a bit warmer yesterday. But it's working. Yeah. Soft, hard. Let's see what Chris is up to. Anarcho free runners against fascism. He is playing Mirror's Edge. Catalyst.
This one.
Catch you later, boss. We don't have to raid Frizzo, by the way. If anybody's got anybody who's in single digits right now of viewers, feel free to suggest them. Yeah, I don't want to. Oh, God. Yeah, that's not going to happen. There was drama there from what I understand. Me try. Yeah. All right. Okay, cool. All right, well then, let us commence that shit. We'll see. We can't take him up a bit. I'll be on again tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. You know, you guys know the deal. KaisThings.com, KASThings.com. We're gonna raid over to Frezzo, like I said.